Hi Aquarius, welcome to your April 2017 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. Before I lay out the cards, I just wanted to tell you about a few transits that will be affecting you in April. There's going to be a Mercury retrograde. That's always our favorite thing. And this is going to be in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is your fourth house of home and family. So you may have some issue that comes up with your parents, your home, your family of origin, or your home itself, where you're having to revise something, or, you know, if you've already closed on a house, there may be kind of like some snafus, some delays. There just some kind of like review in that area, or communication with people that represent the fourth house. As I said, it could be like real estate agents, but it could be parents. And, you know, Aquarius is one of those signs that I think they are ambivalent sometimes about family. Family for Aquarius, and not just Aquarius, but just talking about you, can be, you can feel like maybe you didn't fit in some cases with your family, and you're always a little bit different. And so it can be kind of fraught with a little bit of tension sometimes, dealing with family and family matters, because you tend to be very nonconformist, and you want your freedom. You don't want to have to do what your family wants you to do. And sometimes they may have said, why do you have to be like that? Why can't you be like the rest of us? And if you ever watched John Bradshaw, who I think he was a psychologist, but I remember in the 80s he would always be on PBS, and he called family a cult, you know, and I always thought that was pretty funny. So the other thing is that there's going to be a new moon in this house as well on April 26th. So maybe you hash something out, but there's a new beginning. Now this may be specifically about a home that you're buying. Maybe you have something under contract, and then something has to be reviewed, and then you end up, everything gets settled. Typically they say don't sign any contracts during a Mercury retrograde, but you may have already had everything, you know, processed up to the last minute, and then something kind of fell apart. So, you know, you have to do what you have to do. And we have a full moon too earlier in the month on April 11th. And for you, it's in Libra, so it's going to be your 9th house, which deals with higher learning, your philosophy, and you know, religion in general. It can be publishing and things like that. Travel, foreign travel. Did I say that already? But so you may be ending a trip. You may be deciding that you're not going to do something that you were going to do. I mean, travel to a certain place. You may have ended a academic. Maybe you ended up your college in April. It's a little bit premature, but maybe it's all over but for the shouting. Maybe it's like technically in May, but you're ending in April. But it could be simply that you have a revelation of what it is that you believe life is about, and that just kind of like is something that really dawns on you and can affect your course of life. You know, those things do happen. Those aha moments, as Oprah calls them. Okay, so the overall theme or focus is the Hierophant card. This could connect to a Taurus person, but the Hierophant card connects to conformity, which I was just saying you're the exact opposite of. And maybe you're saying, how far do I go? To, will I be selling my soul if I do this? And, a perfect example is working for a corporation and being like, another number. And having to have certain guidelines. The Hierophant can also connect with marriage. So you may be having those issues in personal relationships and just are kind of shying away from it, not sure if you should, being a little bit, reticent about it for whatever reason. Probably because committing to you might equal losing yourself and feeling like you're going to be beholden to another person, and that doesn't sit well with you. In the past tense, we have the Six of Pentacles, and this can indicate either giving money to another person or receiving it for some reason, charity. It can also indicate, if you look at the scales, that the issue of maybe even self-worth, but I'd say the balance in a relationship. And of course that could include, because it's Pentacles, how much you're getting paid, your compensation at work. And so if you're having any kind of discussion, sometimes this can relate to inheritance, and I mentioned the 4th house with the home and family issues. And let me see here. Well, I think Virgo is your 8th house. So, yeah, because in March, there was a full moon in Virgo. So that might have been some inheritance issue that either came to light or it came to a close where there was a decision made and you have to talk to your parents. And so that could have been about, who gets what and how much, what's fair about who gets what. And so if you were dealing with anything along those lines, you may, the Hierophant may even refer to, I could even imagine, somebody in the legal profession as well. Just somebody in one of those, experts and higher ups. And, oops, this is what's happening now. The 2 of Pentacles. So it could be a card of, sometimes this could be a card of decision, and you may be asked to make a decision for some reason. In some cases, it could be even a moral decision that relates to money. Maybe, here's a perfect example. You have a will, and some people are getting more money than others. Maybe there are 2 families involved, 2 sets of children, and it's like some get more than others, and you may be saying, should I make it fair? If let's say you're the executor of the will, should I just, distribute it evenly? Would that be the thing to do, or whatever, or whatever that dilemma is about? And it can get kind of hairy because fighting over money is kind of ugly, I think. I like money, but I don't like fighting over it. It could have to do with, like, if you are, for instance, you may have worked in a corporate environment. I'm sorry, you may have worked in a different environment. Maybe even as an Aquarian, maybe you worked in some kind of a, what do they call those things that are like, not charities, but I can't think of the term, but they're like, I wish I could think of that word, where it's just like your nonprofit organization. And it's something that, maybe it's something that you have a passion for, but the money just wasn't there, as evidenced by the 6 of Pentacles. Maybe it was like, not fair, not balanced for the work you were doing. And so now you may be working in a more corporate environment, and you're kind of ambivalent about it. Maybe that's what the Two of Pentacles is suggesting. In the higher message, it's the Four of Cups. So it could be kind of bringing you back to how you feel. How does it feel to make more money and not have a passion for what you do? This is a card of somebody who's like very blasé, or just is not feeling what he's doing. And if you notice, there's a cup being offered by the clouds. And this person is like indifferent to it, because it's funny. It's like when you get what you want, it may not be, something that really pleases you after all. The Two of Pentacles can also indicate that there may be two parties involved in a love relationship. Maybe you're involved with earth sign and maybe two earth signs, Taurus and another earth sign like Virgo or Capricorn. And you're not happy with either one. Maybe the other one is actually a water sign. And that would be Capricorn, Scorpio, or Pisces. And, Aquarius, I think, the best signs for you just in general are other air signs or fire signs. But you can't find that out before falling in love, or even when you're dating. Well, I guess you could ask the person, but it would be kind of strange. Oh, what's your sign? Okay, I'm not in love with you. I mean, people tend to fall in love in spite of themselves. What crosses you is the Empress card. This could be a person. Now, if you are a woman involved with a man, this could be like the classic temptress or man-eater, who's like, maybe you're in a marriage and your spouse is cheating. And this would be like, this could be a Taurus energy, but the Empress is also connected to Libra. But it's a woman that uses her feminine wiles to get what she wants. So that would include the sexual side of things. And you may be dealing with that. And if you're an Aquarian woman, you may be more cerebral, brainy in your thoughts. You may not be the kind of woman, and of course this depends on your rising sign, but you may not be the kind of woman to wear low-cut tops and tight pants or something. And you feel like you have to compete with this hussy. But, the thing is, it's not about her. It's about the person that you're with and what they're doing. I was just getting distracted because I was thinking, could the Aquarian do this? I guess it's always possible that you could be acting in this way, where you're trying to attract people with your body instead of your mind. And this would be particularly the case if your rising sign is a Taurus or something like that. I'm actually a Sagittarius, and I have Taurus rising. And I used to, before I was 30, I used to wear mini skirts and, those kind of things all the time. And even when I was, in a relationship, I just like to do that. So you might like to do that, but then what happens is it creates a false advertising, because you're really not like that. But you may feel compelled to dress like that. And then you're like, why are these men just treating me like a sex object? And you're dressing in a way, not that we're not talking about being disrespectful, we're just talking about seeing that side of you first, because it's so up front. And so that's that could be, I guess you could be one of those people too doing that. But this could be because I was thinking there might be some of you in a kind of a love triangle, and maybe this involves another person. Now, this could be the mother of your man's child, and that maybe this man is like going in and out of relationship with the mother of his child, and not just totally breaking up with her, and you may feel that sense of frustration about it or anger about it. And Aquarians tend not to be very possessive, but that can still be bothersome, to some of you. Again, I think that with any kind of like career things, the Empress card in this position may suggest that you are ignoring your creative talents for some reason, and that those will be, doing something that showcases them will unlock everything else. The advice, or what's coming in, is the Five of Cups. So you may have to face an inevitable breakup of a relationship and the subsequent grief that the relationship had to end. But it may have just been something that was inevitable. Maybe you were involved with somebody that just wasn't committed to you fully. If this was a job situation, you may just decide that you can't sell your soul to be what they want you to be. And I think if that's the case, one silver lining is that some of you may have two jobs, because the Two of Pentacles can mean that you're juggling two different jobs. So it may not be that, you're not bringing in any income at all. It's just that maybe that was something that you had thought was going to be this big thing that kind of fizzled out. But the outcome is the Chariot card, and this actually speaks to success, or I should say victory, and it comes from really marshaling your mental forces and focusing on whatever goal that you have in front of you, and not allowing yourself to get distracted by other things. In any kind of personal relationship, it connects to the sign of Cancer. So, I did mention a water energy for the higher message of the Four of Cups. I think I did. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And actually the Four of Cups can indicate, because the number 4 is a stabilizing influence, maybe this person will actually be a stabilizing influence in your life. Maybe you're with somebody who was not really that solid to begin with, and now you have a greater opportunity to find somebody who is going to be committed to you, and that's what you're looking for. So with any kind of job situation, this also is a great omen for success. And so I hope you enjoyed this, Aquarius. If you'd like a private reading, please click on the link below. Otherwise, have an awesome April. Bye.